It's finally happened, guys. LHR has been fully unlocked for mining Ethereum at 100% hash rate, and we're gonna have a look at how to get it up and running in Windows and on HiveOS, and we're gonna look at the hash rates, overclocks, and profitability for every kind of LHR GPU in this video, so stick around. Warning, there are people pretending to be me in the comments and on social platforms. I'll never ask you to add me on WhatsApp or Telegram, and I'll never ask you to send me money, crypto, or your personal information. Alright? So please be careful, use your common sense, and don't let any of these imposters fool you. Alright? Now back to the video. Hey, how's it going, GPU heads? Thanks for clicking on my video. 𝗧-𝗦𝗪𝗏 here, and on Saturday everyone went crazy when apparently Nicehash had implemented a full 100% unlock for mining Ethereum on LHR GPUs, but now, not even 24 hours later, NBminer has seemingly implemented the same kind of unlock. And of course, using NBminer gives you the advantages of being able to mine to whatever pool you want, using whatever operating system you want, and as well as being paid in Ethereum rather than Bitcoin. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to set that up and get it mining in both Windows and in HiveOS. And I'm also going to test it on every single kind of LHR GPU, well, except for the 3050. And I'm going to show you the hash rate we're getting, the overclock settings I'm using, as well as the power consumption. And we're also going to look at the profitability increase that this new unlock is giving us. So let's hop on over and get started. Now, I just want to quickly talk about whether this is actually legit or not, and how I'm going to do a test to check if it's fake. So in mining, we're not actually being paid for the hash rate that we have, but rather for the amount of shares that we submit to our pool. And so with this LHR unlock, it looks like we're getting higher hash rate, but what I'm interested in is, are we actually submitting more shares than we were, without the unlock? Which, if this is legit, we should be submitting more shares because our real hash rate is higher. So what I want to check is basically that this isn't just inflating the hash rate number, but that it's actually submitting more shares. So I'm gonna run a test for 24 hours where I have 4 different 3070s, one full hash rate, so non-LHR 3070 running in NBminer, another full hash rate 3070 that I'm running in 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏, and then I have one LHR 3070 that I'm going to run with the 100% unlock in NBminer, and then finally another LHR 3070 that I'm going to run in 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏 with the old sort of 80% LHR unlock. And so if this is legit, after 24 hours, what we should see is roughly the same amount of shares submitted by both the full hash rate 3070s as well as the LHR 3070 that is running in NBminer. However, we should see about 80% less shares submitted by the LHR GPU that is in 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏. So I'm gonna post a video with my result one day after this video comes out, so subscribe if you don't want to miss that. Alright, so let's have a look at the release notes for this new version of NBminer. And as you can see here, it's NBminer version 41.0, and the big feature here is ETH 100% LHR unlocker added for both Windows and Linux. And it says a couple of things here. So you need to run NBminer with admin privileges to get 100% LHR unlock. It's tested and verified with these drivers. So if you can't get it to work, make sure you check that you have at least these drivers installed, because as you can see here, other driver versions may have some compatibility issues. And they have also removed the previous LHR unlocks because they're, irrelevant now. And there's also a note down here that says, if you run into any issues, please change to the drivers recommended. We spoke about that already. As well as you might need to lower your mem overclock a little bit. So your memory clock, reduce that by about 100 to 200 megahertz than you were using for the previous LHR unlock, mode. And that should probably fix your issues. But let's get started on setting this up for Windows. So I'm going to leave the link for this download in the description of this video. And all you need to do is come down here, right click on the Windows zip download file and say save link as, and make sure that you save this in a folder that you've given an exclusion in Windows Defender as well as in any antivirus software you might have. And of course, you're doing that at your own risk. But yeah, so I'm going to download that here, like that. And as you can see here in Chrome, it said this is not commonly downloaded and may be dangerous. So I'm going to just click here and I'm going to click keep. There we are. Then I'm going to show in folder, right click, extract all, extract. And here it is. This is NBminer in Windows. So to get this up and running, really all you need to do is just right click on the start eth.bat here, hit edit. You might get a little prompt like this, just hit more info, run anyway. And then all you need to do is come in here and change the pool address and port to, whatever pool and port you're using, as well as your wallet address so that it's, mining to your wallet address. And that is really all that you need to do. Then just save it, close it, and then you need to right click and hit run as administrator, hit yes. You might get a little pop-up like this, just say allow access. And that should be it. You should be up and mining. Now, of course, you need to do your overclocking and all of that. I'll get into that in a little bit when we look at the results. One thing I do want to note is if you want to, start this up and mining as you start your computer automatically, like basically auto run it with admin privileges, which is needed for, running the LHR unlock. I have a video on how to set that up. So I'll link that up in the card there as well as in the description of this video. But now let's have a look at how to do it in HiveOS. Okay, so here we are in HiveOS and I'm in my worker here with all my LHR cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit flight sheets and then I'm going to hit flight sheets up here to make a new one. Then I'm just going to select the coin, which of course is Ethereum. I'm going to add my wallet. I'm going to select my pool. And then finally, I'm going to select NBminer. I'm just going to name this NBminer LHR unlock. You can name it whatever you want. And then I hit create flight sheet. There we go. Then I'm going to go back to my worker. Go to flight sheets. And then I can find my flight sheet that I just made here. I'm going to hit the little rocket button. And I'm going to wait for this config to load. Now, if you're watching this in the future, that's probably all you need to do. However, if you're watching this, as this video comes out, you probably still need to install the latest version of NBminer into HiveOS. And so if you're watching this maybe like a week from now or so, all you need to do is probably click this little upgrade button here and see if the latest NBminer is in there. So then just what I usually do is hit force upgrade and reboot of the complete and hit upgrade. However, as of right now, there is no HiveOS update with this new NBminer version yet because it's so new. So what you have to do to manually install this NBminer version is just come up here to the run command button on your rig. And then in here, you need to paste a command that I will post in the pinned comment below this video. So I'm just going to paste that in here and hit run. And you can see the command running here. And what we're waiting for is just for these dots to stop blinking. And then we are good to go. All right, so this is good. It actually failed for me, as you can see here. And basically that is just because so many other people are trying to do this at the exact same time. So if it fails for you like it did for me, all you need to do is just try again. So just run it again and hopefully it won't turn red this time. All right, it took a couple of tries, but it's up and running now. So after getting that through, all you need to do really is nothing. It should be up and running with NBminer. So if I refresh here, you can see that, yeah, I am up and mining and I'm getting fully unlocked hash rates. All right, and we'll have a look at the results and compare it to previous versions in just a little bit. But what I'll do is I'll put my overclock settings up on the screen here because I know everyone's going to be asking about those clock settings. However, please don't just copy my settings because they won't be perfect for your GPU. What you should do is learn how to properly overclock for your specific GPU. And I have a full video guide on that you can click up in the card there, as well as I'll put a link in the description of this video as well. And something I will say too is that these are still all the overclock numbers that I used previously when we were using the partial LHR unlock. And what I found then was that pushing the core clock a little bit higher on my LHR cards than I would normally on non-LHR cards got me better results. However, now that we are fully unlocked, what I'm guessing is that I can reduce these core clocks a bit further. However, I don't want to do that yet because I want to compare our results to our previous results using the same overclock settings to make it fair. And then what I'll do is I'll also try to reduce these a little bit and we can see, what kind of results we get with that. So let's hop on over into the results. All right, here you can see all of the results and I'm comparing them to what we were able to get with the, partial LHR unlock, the 80% unlock in the latest 𝗕𝗥𝗙𝗏 version here. And so you can see, obviously we're getting a massive boost in mega hash on every card across the board, except of course, for the poor 3080 12 gig, which has a, you know, tougher version of the LHR, which, you know, this doesn't apply to, unfortunately. Same goes for the 3050. Those ones are still LHR, basically. But all the other ones are fully unlocked now, it seems. And you can see here, so first of all, using the same overclock settings as I did previously for the partial unlock, you can see, yeah, across the board we're getting more in terms of hash rate, and we're also getting a, you know, significantly better efficiency on all of the GPUs. Efficiency meaning, you know, how much hash rate you get per watt of electricity, basically. And then finally, you can also see the boost in profit per day for each GPU. Now, of course, this is based on today's profit, which, you know, profitability in mining varies every hour, so it's not going to be exactly what it is for you when you watch this video, but it should at least give you a rough idea of the kind of increase you can see with this, right? And then finally, you know, for the rig total, you can see I gained about 100 megahash today, which is crazy and awesome, and also only an additional 40 watts or so, but over 6% increase in terms of efficiency, and that is using the same, you know, old overclock settings that I was using for the partial unlock. And now if we look here at the new OC, you can see that I was able to reduce my power consumption overall for the rig while boosting the efficiency of the rig for also a slight boost in profitability. And I'll put my new overclock settings up on the screen here, but as I said before, don't just copy, learn how to overclock properly, alright? Link in the description. But that is basically it. Now stay tuned for my video tomorrow where I look into if this is actually legit or if it's all fake. Now, if you found this video helpful, then please give it one of these. And if you really liked it, you can now join the channel to help support what I do here. It really does make a big difference and it means a lot to me, so thank you. But what you gotta do now is you gotta click on one of those videos on the screen. Because this video is over, you can also click the picture on my face to subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. But yeah, go click on that next video and I'll see you there. Goodbye. Goodbye, bye bye.